course.
Pick up the blitz. Flag is thrown. There's your first down and a lot more for Demaryius Thomas. Swing and a shot by Freeman. Deep into the night. Back-to-back homers for the Braves. Blake Griffin will turn. Shoot a free from the win. Foul. They go. He got the big land. They
All right, good evening. It's Friday night. You know what that means. It's time for the number one sports podcast in the world. It's time for Sports4U. I'm on YouTube. I'm John. That's Mark. What up with it? Nick Freeze will be back on Tuesdays. He's on assignment. Cody be back on Tuesday. He's on assignment. Or on vacation, I should say. So shout out. Hope everybody's safe. We not on your TV on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like this post, share this post, leave a comment, and subscribe if you're new to the show. You can go to this, scan this nice QR code right here for Sports4U. It also scan this nice QR code right here for Culture Clash Network. So make sure you hit the subscribe button for both of those channels. All right, we're live on a Friday night, so not to talk about in the sports world. And it's just nowhere but to start with the biggest story in the world of sports, and that is what's going on in Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Go back up. Dog, is that real?
I don't know. But obviously we're talking about the story that is involved former Michigan coach Sheronne Moore. And obviously we've seen this has just been, it's an awful situation. Because a lot of people are affected by this, but more so where I think about is the children that's going to be affected by this situation. Sheronne Moore, of course, was was a coach at Michigan, and obviously we all know he was brought in. He's been on the staff under Jim Harbaugh, and he of course now faces 3 charges after the situation went down. 1 felony and 2 misdemeanors. So let's just go ahead and just address what's going on if you've just been new to the story. So on Tuesday, or on Wednesday, news broke that Sheronne Moore, the coach at Michigan, had been fired after there was reports of him having an inappropriate relationship with having an inappropriate relationship with a female staffer. The Michigan athletic program said they had cause. And then the story got even crazier, because then the story comes out that he was then arrested and detained. And we're like, what the heck happened? What I'm saying, with Bella Trail, 4U Wrestling, Chig was good. AC, what up? And we was like, what the heck did he get arrested for? So they said there was some assault charges, could have been, but then he was in, like, obviously detained for a couple of days, and then now he was arraigned on this morning, and He has been arraigned on 3 charges, 2 felonies.
2 felonies or
1 felony and 2 misdemeanors. I'm sorry. So let's get you updated here. He's going to be charged. He's being charged with 3rd-degree home invasion, which is a felony, stalking, and 2 misdemeanors, 1 for stalking, 1 for breaking and entering or entering without breaking. He did make bail. He did post $25,000 bail, but he must wear a GPS tether prior to release and must continue mental health treatment per the bail.
Ain't that what old boy was playing in for Lakers?
Nah, I just call it a LoJack. I mean, they want to call it a GPS setter. I don't know if this is. I pretty much the same thing. So it's not like he's on house arrest. The question is, where is he on house arrest at? And so he's safe, especially with this mental health part. And now he won't be. He's scheduled to go back to court January 22nd of next year. There was talks that he threatened to kill himself, kill the woman that obviously that he had the affair with. There have been talks about this going on with Sheronne Moore for months. Some people, Josh Patel, who's a college football analyst, he's saying that people knew about this right before the season started. It was a bunch of smoking guns at first, and then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened, what changed.
There's a bunch of different rumors out there. I was hearing that they gave him an option of either firing her or moving her to a different part of the athletic department.
Mm-hmm.
And he chose to fire her.
Here's the problem. He gave her a big ass raise.
She went from what, 40,000 to 90,000?
Yes. He gave her triple her salary.
Mm-hmm. Stay positive.
What the hell? Did y'all not see what this dude is wearing?
Yeah, man. That was magic what he was trying to pull off.
Yo, what is wrong with you, dude?
What?
Bitches, let me fix the lighting. Hold on. This is just a sad situation. Look, the more I'm worried about is his kids who are going to be affected by this. Mainly, he has 3 daughters.
Mm.
It was Bella said 55% increase. And then obviously there's a lot of talk about what does this mean for his future. Clearly, he's not going to be a head coach no time soon. Yeah. That's exactly what I said. Tig. You see what this dude's? Y'all not see Mark's shirt?
Yeah, Tig. I see Santa dunking on a reindeer. That's crazy, John. But put that on.
What? Santa dunking on a reindeer?
Is that Charlie Brown trying to grab his ball? Oh no,
dog! Hey, it's not Charlie Brown or Snoopy. What is wrong with you? Cruelty to animals, first of all. Cruelty to animals. What is wrong with you, dude? What's wrong with you, fam? Nah, man, you gotta be kidding me. So he fired her allegedly.
Yeah, that's what they said. They fired her allegedly. But after that, it's a bunch of different stories and theories going out there, man.
But it's like, dude, and man,
it's a story that he allegedly got a Plan B delivered to the school.
Got a what?
A Plan B. That's crazy. It's just a lot of stuff I just don't believe.
I mean, we ain't gonna know. Like, court documents are pretty much gonna tell what it really is. But the serious side of this, a family's affected by this. Children are going to be affected by this. Those kids are going to have to go to school knowing that people are going to be saying stuff about them behind their backs, and I just pray for their safety. Because they're going to have to deal with a lot now because of this whole situation. And Sheronne Moore got to be smarter. Be smart. You got a golden opportunity at one of the
premier
colleges.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't get those. And when I mean we, I mean brothers. We don't get them opportunities.
Nah, it was handpicked for him too.
Harbaugh basically vouched for you because he knew he was on his way out. Because one, we all knew he wasn't staying at Michigan long. He was on his way to the NFL. Because two, because he always wanted to be in the NFL, and two, that Connor Stallion situation. You were there. You should have knew. But no, I don't understand it. Look, it's sad. It's sad. It's a sad situation.
Jake said, "Leave the white woman alone." Wasn't he married to a white woman?
Yes. And then it's all about him sliding into OnlyFans models DMs.
And during halftime?
Nah, well, he ain't doing all that. But nah, come on.
Listen, man, you gotta be more. You gotta be we gotta just do better. At the end of the day, he made bad decisions all the way around. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't see him coaching.
I don't see him coaching football. Not even at HBCU.
Yeah, I think him being around kids is gonna be done for a while.
Man, I don't know. Yeah, he's not.
This is a black eye for brother. It's not, man. It's a black eye for him.
Black men will still get head coaching opportunities.
And
the only problem is when you do stuff like this, and everyone will say, well, Rick Pitino, Bobby Petrino. No, they're not black.
Could he really have mental issues? It's a possibility. I do think that he gonna take the what's the dude name who well, everybody cheating on Holly Berry shit. What's his name? The singer.
Eric Benet.
He'll take the Eric Benet route. I have a sex problem. I have a sex addict. You know, that's probably he'll try to go that way. He go try to bring church and God into this. Try to get some sympathy from people.
Yeah, that's just not. Yeah, this is not a. It's not a good look. It's not a good look at all.
Yeah. Salute to everybody involved, though. Or thoughts and prayers, everybody involved.
Amen. So now the question is, the real question is now is
who will be the next to hit that girl?
Oh. No, man.
Oh, the quarterback.
No, man. Well, that's one question. Maybe people wonder.
I mean, he can't hit a receiver. He probably can hit.
Who's going to be the next coach in Michigan?
Oh, Puff.
I know it's all about the Benjamins, but it ain't gonna be son.
Joe Brady.
So here are the odds. The favorite right now is Alabama's Kalen DeBoer. Then you have Jesse Minter, who's the DC for the Chargers, who was the DC at Michigan with Harbaugh. Followed by your current offensive coordinator, Joe Brady. Then we have Washington head coach Jed Fish, I think he's had some ties to Michigan as well. Louisville head coach Jeff Brom. Arizona State head coach Kenny Dillingham. What?
Lincoln Riley.
USC coach Lincoln Riley. UNLV coach Dan Mullen, who was at Florida. Here's the one interesting one. At 12-1, Notre Dame's Marcus Freeman. And then at long shot at 25-1 is former Notre Dame and LSU coach Brian Kelly.
I think Brian Kelly and the offensive coordinator for the Raiders that just got fired, Chip Kelly, they cousins, they shouldn't be coaching no more. You good, dog?
Yeah, I'm good. So.
Island list. I can see. Actually, honestly, I know Notre Dame fans be mad. I can see Marcus Freeman going there. No, I can't because he went to Ohio State. I'm going Joe Brady.
I think they're going to call Kalen DeBoer first. But someone said, I don't know why they haven't called Kirk Cignetti from Indy. Why they haven't just went in conference and called Kirk Cignetti.
I don't think he's leaving Indiana.
I don't think he's leaving Indiana either. But do you make the call?
Yeah, I'll make the call.
So that's something we keep an eye on there. But I think Kalen DeBoer is going to be the first person they call. Kalen DeBoer. Kalen DeBoer is going to be the first person they call. How much money was he? Question, Jig, how much money was he? I don't think. I didn't see, but that don't matter.
They're not paying him.
They fired him with cause.
They fired him with cause, so he's not getting paid. But I think he signed he was supposed to be getting paid between $5 and $7 million a year,
something like that.
Yeah.
The money was never going to be a problem with Michigan. Michigan prints money.
Yeah.
So
they're not paying him anyway.
Yeah, they fired him with cause, so therefore they was able to, go ahead and move on. They're able to move on, and their hands are wide clean. But again, who's gonna be the next coach is the real question. Obviously, so no, he's gonna get. He's not getting paid because if you're fired with cause, you lose your buyout. This was the situation that happened with Brian Kelly. They thought they fired him. He claims he was fired without cause. LSU said he was. But and they're gonna find out he wasn't fired without cause, so that's how they was able to get the buyout done. Oh god.
Two more players just got arrested.
But that is how that's how the buyouts get done. Like I said, Kalen DeBoer is probably the first person they call because he has Midwest ties. And obviously, he knows what the culture is like in Michigan. Obviously, you think about Jesse Minter because he has ties to Harbaugh and to the program from being the DC there in the Harbaugh era. Joe Brady, well, obviously, a lot of people were high on when he was the OC at LSU and obviously now in the NFL. Jed Fish, who's had ties, and he was an defensive coordinator at Michigan some time ago, back before Harbaugh got there. What up, John? Jeff Brom will be interesting. Kenny Dillingham is interesting. But here's one. I want to stick with this one right here. Because I heard it, and they was talking about it today on Mason and Ireland. Would Lincoln Riley leave SC?
Yep, absolutely. He's been at SC for what, 6 years now?
Everything. 2020, they came in 21.
Oh, so 5 years?
Yeah. Because I remember Sophie was 5. It was Sophie's 5th birthday that day he got hired. Because I was actually out for her birthday. I was taking her to the movies and taking her to Build-A-Bear that day for her birthday. My mom, and then I saw the news when we got out of the theater that USC had hired Lincoln Riley. So it was 2021. And obviously they got the number 1 recruiting class now.
Then I don't think he's leaving now. I think if it was like 6-7 years in and USC hasn't done anything, I think he might have left.
AC said Ed is back if USC leaves.
Isn't Ed going to
everything I saw that Coach O was going to join Lane Kiffin and going back to LSU to join Lane Kiffin. So I don't know if he's going back to SC.
Maybe SC can get Pete Carroll.
Well, he'll probably be out of a job. He'll probably be at in the next few weeks.
He better.
By the way, I got a story about that. I don't know if you saw that story. The story is that they wanted to hire Robert Saleh to be their defensive coordinator, and then he would have been the heir apparent to Pete Carroll.
But what happened?
I don't know. And there's also the story that Tom Brady, and I got the clip here. Oh, since we want to talk about the Raiders, and we'll get to that.
JoJo said make it bigger. Look, right there. It says it right there.
You were totally missing a word when you said that. This was like,
what movie did y'all go see?
It was our 5th birthday. Oh, it was Clifford the Big Red.
Oh.
No, it was Clifford the Big Red Dog. Oh. And then it was Cerritos. But yeah, I want to play this clip. This was from the Rich Eisen show some weeks ago. And it's from Tom Pelissero, former current NFL Network insider. He has a story about the Raiders offseason, what the Raiders wanted to do before hiring Pete Carroll. I'll get better. But the story is this. The story is this. And that is that the Raiders wanted to hire Ben Johnson.
Gets him to come. The Raiders, I was told at the time, had a massive offer out to Ben Johnson. One day after the Lions season ends, he's on a plane to Chicago, and he is taking the Bears job without even having to do an in-person interview. His performance against the Bears had kind of been his interview. And I got the sense even at the time that there was no clear plan B. Pete Carroll, philosophically, schematically, age, personality, has virtually nothing in common with Ben Johnson. Chip Kelly seemed like he was the bridge between the two, which was Chip had been regarded at his peak, going back to Oregon and early on in Philadelphia, as being somebody who was really, really smart with offense. But what you saw was once Chip didn't have the players who were better than everyone else, he had Deshaun Jackson, LaShawn McCoy early in Philly. He made the choices to get rid of them. All of a sudden, the Eagles' offense wasn't the same. He goes to San Francisco. That offense was not the same. He's out of the NFL. He goes back to college. Ohio State, what's the common denominator? Better athletes than everybody else had. And there are all kinds of different stories, Rich, about just the dysfunction of the Raiders' offense. There were times I was told where Chip Kelly was repeatedly botching the play calls, where he's supposed to be, for instance, tagging a motion on a play so the receiver's on the left, not the right. He forgets to say it, so Geno Smith is going to the line of scrimmage and going, this doesn't look right, and they're trying to run a play. There's times where Chip, I was told on several occasions, called a play that was either not in the game plan or not installed at all. There were a lot of things that were popping up within games that were just not anything that a good team can overcome.
Chip Kelly is out.
So Ben Johnson was who the Raiders really targeted, and they ended up with Pete Carroll because clearly Ben Johnson saw something like, nah, I'm not doing this.
Ben Johnson did the right thing.
He really did. Because look at what the Bears are. He made the right call. Get your house in order. That helps. But let's talk about NBA. Let's talk about NBA. The NBA Cup is this weekend. And we're down to the Final Four. And we're now, it is on the East. We have the Magic and the Knicks. On the West, we got the Thunder and the Spurs. And it's so my theory of the Lakers going to become 2-time NBA Cup champions is dead.
Yeah,
And they died winning there without Wemby, and just basically ran roughshod over the Lakers. I'm gonna be perfectly clear.
I don't care about no damn NBA Cup.
My defensive Lakers are in. That's why they're not in, AC, because they don't play defense. And again, I'm noticing this pattern when it comes to the Lakers. When they don't have, they're clearly not the most athletic team, and they're getting run off the floor big time. They're getting run off the floor big time. Easily. Because they're not the most athletic team. Luka is great. He's not athletic. Austin Reeves has been good, but he's not athletic. LeBron don't have that. LeBron's athleticism is slowly going away.
Slowly, he says.
Even though he posterized Luke Cornette the other night, which was insane.
Mm-hmm.
But the Spurs and the Thunder will meet in the West. The Magic and the Knicks will meet in the East. I think it's going to be OKC versus the Knicks. But there's words that Wemby is going to be back tomorrow night for the play in the semis.
Wemby is playing tomorrow?
Wemby is going to play. All the reports. Everyone thought he was close. Everyone thought he was coming back on Wednesday because he did practice fully, but he decided not to, and the Spurs held him out,
and they didn't need him,
and that's how he ended up. And they ended up just running the Lakers out the building.
So instead of OKC winning by 25, they'll win by 15.
It's really getting easy. The league looks too easy for them right now. It really looks too easy for them right now. 24-1. Somebody, I don't know who's gonna be. But a team's gonna have to stop these guys. I don't know how they do it, but these guys are on their way to probably just coast.
They probably have 2 top 10 picks next year.
Don't remind me of that.
So if they want to package those picks up and get Giannis, that'd be crazy. Damn, Clippers messed up the NBA, man.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like. That's how the NBA Cup looks like tomorrow. Start tomorrow in Vegas. First will be Magic, Knicks, followed by Thunder, Spurs with the championship Tuesday night.
Stay positive, kids.
Yeah, thanks to Clippers. Exactly. Clippers on just like typical Clippers. Typical Clippers. Typical Clippers. Always find some way to mess up the league. But that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. Let's go ahead and get into some MLB talk right quick. Yeah, so let's talk a little MLB right quick. So a lot of winter meetings going down in Orlando, Florida right now. And there have been some moves made by my squad, your squad.
And my squad made a move?
They made a move. Your boys made moves. You see your boys made moves. Your boys, the Braves did make some moves. Here they are right here. Signing Roberto Suarez from the Padres. They signed Mike Yastrzemski from the Kansas City Royals.
We're about to have a whole Padres rush over there. Huh?
What else, Snowman?
Snowman, what up?
So yeah, that's what moves y'all made. But y'all weren't alone in making moves. Because back-to-back World Series champs, they made some moves too. Y'all sound them trumpets. Edwin Diaz is a Los Angeles Dodger. By the way, he's wearing number 3 because obviously number 31 is being retired for Roy Campanella. So therefore, he won't be wearing number 39. As Snowman said, the White Sox got the number 1 pick. Some of my boys get it right. They got it up. So good luck to them in the MLB draft. The Chicago White Sox having the number 1 pick. But yeah, they made the move. My boys got Edwin Diaz from the Mets. But that wasn't the only move. That wasn't the only person who left the NFC. Oh, but left the Mets. I'll get there in a second. Kyle Schwarber, runner-up for MVP. He's staying with the Phillies. Mm-hmm. But the move to me that really has me what the hell? The polar bear is going to Baltimore. Pete Alonso signs a 5-year deal with the Baltimore Orioles, leaving the Mets, where he spent his entire career as the team's all-time home runs leader. The King was pretty much the face of the home run derby for the last few years. Nick, you got to relax, man. Clearly, the great Nick Freeze is on break on his assignment, and he's going ahead and yeah.
My guy Nick, what up with it?
Yeah. Nick just came in here on some totals.
Excuse me,
Nick, pause. Nick just wanted to be here and just be on some diabolical terrorist stuff right now. But
Nick, that conversation we had earlier. Yeah.
So let's go ahead and. But what else do you want to see your Braves do this offseason?
More pitching, the better. I mean, we can. I just need us to stay healthy this year. That's all. More pitching, and then us to stay healthy.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you there. And obviously with Dodgers, I want to see us make sure we obviously. Let's see the bullpen does their job. I want to make sure the bullpen does their job this year. Obviously, hopefully Tanner Scott has like trying to have bounce back years. Hopefully Edwin Diaz does fix whatever issues we have with the bullpen last year. Obviously being the top closer. Hello. There we go. Yeah. I can take you higher. Shout out to the game. By the way, well, shout out to my man Matt from That's Freaking Wrestling. When Gang tells Shane Sharp on the latest episode of Club Shake that he hung up on Michael Jackson, I was like, man, I ain't never seen him rapper that lies more than Jason and Terrell Taylor. I was like, he just likes the West Side Stories. Shout out to the Brown. Yeah. The schoolboy talk got to stop. I don't believe him. I don't believe it either, Tig. But yeah, the dude from Channel 5 calls David Pingalore, the guy they call the Ping. First, I don't know if the man should be letting people call him Ping like that, but that's a whole other conversation.
People stopping with the
Charlie School from the pitcher from the Tigers.
Oh, to
sign under. Yeah, everyone's saying that's. Some people saying that. No, I don't believe it.
I did hear that pretty all but done.
I don't believe it. The dude who's saying it.
It's the Dodgers. I believe it.
I believe him. I have to believe when I see it because we tried to get him at the deadline and we didn't get him. And he's on an expiring contract. So it wouldn't shock me if the Tigers drag this out to next year's deadline. You know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? But yeah, let's get to some NFL talk. All right, Mark, we got a lot of NFL topics we can talk about. We can go to Thursday night. We got our football 5. Obviously, we're going to recap. We're going to preview this upcoming week. We got some playoff scenarios. We can talk about what Joe Shiesty said yesterday to the media.
I didn't even hear the information. I didn't even hear. I don't know what he said.
You didn't hear what Joe Burrow said?
No.
Oh boy, I get your ears ready for this. So Joe Burrow did his weekly media.
I need my earmuffs.
You don't need no earmuffs for this.
What did they think?
Shout out to but Joe Burrow was doing his regular media appearance, and it did not sound good. If you're a Cincinnati Bengals fan.
Where the Fat Miles at?
Yeah, shout out to the Fat Mouse. Yeah, shout out to him. But let me play out. I'm gonna play you guys what Joe Burrow said to the media on Wednesday after practice.
I want to keep doing this. I want to keep doing this. I have to have fun doing it. I've been through a lot, and if it's not fun, then what am I doing it for? So that's the mindset I'm trying to bring to the table.
Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but it seemed frustrating.
There's just a lot of things going on right now.
Football related, personally.
All the above. Like you said, there's nothing. All we can do is focus week to week and try to win games. I don't think anybody's really thinking about the playoffs right now. That's within reach, but on our fingertips. So we just got to keep doing what we're doing and try to get better. If I want to keep doing this, I have to have fun doing it. I've been through a lot, and if it's not fun, then
Joe Burrow saying he's not having fun right now. And Sonny, he said that because somebody else said that same press conference a few years ago. You know who that was? Andrew Luck. I'm going to play. This was Andrew Luck's press conference from when he retired abruptly. And you tell me this doesn't sound like what Joe Burrow just said about, you said just 2 days ago. But this sounds just like the same press conference Andrew Luck had when he retired abruptly during at the end of the preseason, I believe in 2019.
Last 4 years or so, I've been in this cycle of injury, pain, rehab, injury, pain, rehab. And it's been unceasing and unrelenting, both in season, and off season. And I felt stuck in it. And the only way I see out is to no longer play football. It's taken my joy of this game away. And this sorry. That I would not go down that path again. I find myself in a similar situation, and the only way forward for me is to remove myself from football in this cycle that I've been in. Come to the proverbial fork in the road, and I made a vow to myself that if I ever did again, I would choose me in a sense. It's very difficult. I love this team. I love my teammates, the folks in our building, the fans, the game of football, and as part of this team, as a member of this team, because of how I feel, I know that I am unable to pour my heart and soul into this position.
I want to show y'all a stat. Look at this stat. Joe Burrow, Andrew Luck got sacked in 174 times in 86 career games. Joe Burrow's already been sacked 201 times in 15 fewer. This is for Andrew Luck's entire career. This is what Joe Burrow right now. When I'm hearing, to me,
I want to know what you think what you're hearing from that.
To me, it sounds like Joe Burrow wants out of Cincinnati.
Yep.
We saw this with Carson Palmer.
Yep.
We've seen this movie already, and I feel bad for Bengals fans. Because obviously you finally thought y'all broke the curse. You got Joe Burrow, you got Jamar Chase, you got T. Higgins, you paid Trey Henderson, you thought you broke the curse. But you didn't fix the O-line. If people don't remember, y'all been down with Sports4U back in the early days when we did our very first watch along. It was the 2021 draft. I made a passionate plea after Joe Burrow obviously blew out his knee his rookie year. I made a passionate plea with the Bengals to draft Penei Sewell with the 5th pick.
True.
Because I felt
you needed to.
You got to protect this investment. Because I saw it in his rookie year. And I was like, Joe Burrow is going to be that dude. Y'all took him with the number 1 pick. You got him T. Higgins in the first draft. Now go protect him. But Mark kept saying it, and I didn't want to believe it until I saw it. It's like, they're going to take Jamar Chase. They're going to take Jamar Chase. And we did our mock draft. That was the first mock draft we did. And we had Jamar, and we mocked Jamar Chase to the Bengals. And that's exactly what happened.
Now, to be fair, I'm not mad at that pick.
I bet, Nick. I bet, Nick.
What I'm ultimately mad about for the Bengals is the lack of drafting correctly, drafting period, offensive lineman form. Because, like I said, you drafting Jamar Chase is not a bad investment.
No, it's not. What? Joe Burrow, your rookie QB was coming off a torn ACL and a torn MCL. And to me, it sounded like he's tired of all these hits. I don't know what's going to happen in Cincinnati. Everybody was wondering who should trade for Joe Burrow. Who should trade for Joe Burrow?
I've seen Tig say the Rams. I see the Raiders Nick saying the Raiders.
Of course, if your team does not want Joe Burrow, something's wrong with you.
One team don't.
Y'all don't need him. I saw Dan Orlovsky saying teams like the Raiders, like the Jets. I'm like this. I know people brought up, I heard Tig bring up the Rams. That would be interesting. The way I see it is if you got every team that has a quarterback you're not sure of should be calling the Bengals to see what would it take to get Joe Burrow this offseason. And Joe Burrow's going to have to do a little dirty work. And he's going to have to force Mike Brown's feet to the fire and trade him, or else it'll be Carson Palmer situation all over again. He probably won't show up to camp. Carson Palmer's like, I'm not doing this. I'm retiring.
He better not go to the Jets. Nah. Yeah, not the Jets.
I don't think he's going to the Jets. He needs to go. Golden State needs to go somewhere with them. They have an online. Well, that's clearly. You said you could add the Steelers. AC said add the Steelers to the mix.
I don't think they trade him to the division.
They're not trading with the division. And I know what John Ireland was saying today. I don't care about what's best for. I don't care. I wouldn't. If I was a team, the only thing I care about was getting the best return for the player. I'm not caring about trading within the division. Yeah,
you don't trade that.
No, you don't do that.
Not Joe Burrow. Honestly, everybody hear me out. Hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
The Niners.
I'll make the call. I don't see why Kyle Shanahan wouldn't make the call.
Brock Purdy.
What up, Chris?
They can have Brock Purdy. They can have what's the receiver that's hurt over there?
Ayuk.
Brandon Ayuk. All I would ask for is give me Joe Burrow and Hendrickson.
Well, Trey Hendrickson's a free agent. He'll be a free agent in the year, so he wouldn't be under. So he wouldn't even get a trade.
Yeah.
They could just sign him outright.
I know who's not gonna sign him.
But
You hear me?
I heard you.
I know who not for sign.
Trade him to Miami. Yeah, I mean that's what love seeing Joe Shiesty in Miami. But I mean, like the Bengals were really gonna trade for Tua though.
No, they were. Yeah, that's true. Because the Dolphins would not be paying 2 quarterbacks. And what would the Dolphins give up?
Look, you gotta give up some picks. You're gonna have to give up at least 3 ones.
And a player. I'm thinking and a player.
So yeah, you're gonna give up at least three number ones to get Joe Shiesty out of. No, I ain't going to the Raiders. Look, I'll take him in Denver, straight up. Of course, I'll take him in Denver.
You gonna need more than Bo Nix.
Well, I'll say you got to take some picks.
You need a lot more than Bo Nix. I don't even think if Cincinnati trade him, I don't think he trade him to the AFC.
I just don't know why. I mean, I just thought the Bengals were over this cycle, but clearly Mike Brown's clearly going to be a cheapskate for the rest of it. It's always going to be a cheapskate, so it really doesn't matter.
Only said the Miami because he's the 49ers. That's true. I get it, but actually Miami a hot landing spot for a lot of these teams too.
Yeah, Miami's a good landing spot. Yeah, it's a good landing spot. Yeah, ATL. I mean, that'd be crazy to go. I mean, I bet
all the Lickens. Is that what ATL stand for?
Hey, let me shut up. MIA stand for 305. Yeah, 305. Yeah, definitely 305.
Okay.
Yeah, shout out to him. But not all teams in Florida were having a good day yesterday. What the hell? By the way, another baseball story I want to add before I get to Tampa Bay. Before we get to Tampa Bay imploding yesterday.
I can't wait to implode.
But Dave Roberts, are you good?
I didn't say nothing. Don't worry about it.
I'll just talk about MLB having a salary cap. So Dave Roberts was asked at winter meetings, was asked, does he think a salary cap will hurt the Dodgers? His reply, I think we have an organization that whatever rules and construction, we're going to dominate. I completely agree. As long as you have the right front office, you're going to still be good. So what the heck? They want to give, if you want to put a salary cap in baseball, be my guest. It still is not going to matter because the Dodgers are still going to get who they want when they want. Y'all cheap teams just spend money. Now let's get to the implosion in Tampa Bay last night. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers had a 14-point lead going into the fourth quarter. And there's your final. 29-28, the Atlanta Falcons over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Buccaneers have now dropped 6 out of the last 7, and their last 2 games are against division rivals who are out of the playoffs. And they still got 2 more games with the Carolina Panthers coming up.
Those will be important games.
They'll play next week, and then the final game of the season. But man, I need to play y'all. I've heard some classic rants from coaches. But man, Todd Bowles is usually a real even keel guy, but he wasn't this night. And obviously, based off how they didn't show up, I probably wouldn't have either. Wow. Yeah. All right. So here's what Todd Bowles had to say
something to you. It's more than a job. It's your
about his team imploding last night.
What do you tell them in the locker room after a game like this?
It's inexcusable. You don't make excuses. You gotta fucking care enough where the shit hurts. You gotta fucking care enough where the shit hurts. It gotta fucking mean something to you. It's more than a job. It's your fucking livelihood. How well do you know your job? How well can you do your job? Well, you can't sugarcoat that shit. It was in the fucking excusable, and there's no fucking answer for it. There's no excuse for it. That's what you tell them in the locker room. Look in the fucking mirror.
What do you tell them in the locker room after a game like this?
I ain't never heard Todd Bowles go off like that. But clearly, it looks like the Bengals done pretty much laid down for the season. And this team that was at the top of the NFC South.
Who did?
I mean the Buccaneers. Sorry, Bengals. Well, the Bengals been done. The Buccaneers are totally laid down for the season. And Todd Bowles, who was a defensive coach,
do you think that Todd Bowles lost his voice?
Could be. But I could tell he was pissed last night. I said I watched Todd Bowles when he was coaching the Jets as a DC. He ain't never went off like that. And this was, oh boy, this was one of those classic, like Dennis Green, you are who thought they were, Herm Edwards, you played to win the game type rants. So that's what happened last night with Tampa Bay, just totally wetting the bed. And yeah, he's right. But he's probably still gonna get fired. And he got the job after Bruce Arians abruptly retired. And obviously, he had his relationship with Bruce Arians. I always thought he should have went to Byron Leftwich, but Bruce Arians thought that Todd Bowles, being a former head coach, was better.
Which Bruce Arians, the black one or the white one?
There's two Bruce Arians?
You like Jameis?
Well, I mean, it's the same guy to me. He just hired black guys. He just hired his entire staff, all his coaches were black. But I thought he should have hired Byron Leftwich, but he obviously Todd Bowles is like a son to him. He's been with him wherever he's went, wherever it was in Indianapolis, with Arizona. He coached him in college.
Who was the coach when Tom Brady won the Super Bowl?
Bruce Arians was the coach. Todd Bowles was the defensive coordinator. Byron Leftwich was the OC. Now, we were talking about Baker Mayfield earlier this season as an MVP candidate. And now it sounds like they're struggling to see if they can, because the only way they're going to get in is winning the division. No team from the South is going to get the wild card. To Tig's point, if he gets fired and Tomlin gets fired, yes. People forget, Tig, Mike Tomlin was on that Tampa Bay coaching staff that beat the Raiders, that won the Super Bowl over the Raiders. He was the defensive backs coach.
He was a DB coach?
Yeah, he was a DB coach.
DB stand for dick in the butt.
Hey, yo! Did he really say that out loud? And then obviously he was he went on to Minnesota, was the defensive coordinator with the Vikings. Obviously, the Steelers had to interview Tomlin because they hadn't interviewed no minorities yet. The irony, they hadn't interviewed no minorities, and the Rooney Rule is named after them because they are pro-minority. And they went in and interviewed him because the job was clearly going to go to Ken Wisenhunt, their current OC. But Mike Tomlin comes in there and steals the interview. Kind of like what Dave Roberts did with the Dodgers. Everyone thought that job was supposed to go to Gabe Kapler. But Dave Roberts went in there and stole the interview. So if the Steelers have the what's to fire Mike Tomlin, he'll be out of a job 5 seconds.
Yeah, because if they fire Mike Tomlin, then Bill fire Sean McDermott.
Ken hates blacks to this day. And go figure, Ken Wisenhunt led Arizona to the Super Bowl, only to lose to the Steelers and Tomlin. But yeah, that was just a bad game for this. The
last two games.
Last two games it's not been good for Tampa Bay. And now Carolina leads the NFC South. And now they control their own fate. They play the Saints on Sunday. Do not lose to the Saints. I found out that Bryce Young is 1-5 in his career against the Saints. People want to root for Bryce Young, but if you lose to the Saints, you probably people will still having those highly questions about you. But let's go ahead and preview the rest. Let's go ahead and do our what we call every Friday our the football Friday 5. This is the top 5 games of the weekend in the NFL. Obviously, we had Thursday night last night with the Bucks and the Saints. And the Falcons. Let's go over to Sunday games. Mark, your Bills. It really is. Your Bills are in New England to take on Drake May and the Patriots. By the way, congratulations to Josh Allen and Haley Steinfeld. Announced that they're expecting their first child together. So bigs up to Josh Allen there. So, what are you looking forward to this game?
How we look in the trenches. When we play New England, no matter what they're a good team or a bad team, that's always the deciding factor of that game. It's inside the trenches.
Mm-hmm.
Always. The only way we can have a chance of winning the division is when it's beating them to Sunday. I don't see it happening, but
and then let's go over to the other Sunday game. 2 big games on Sunday. First, we go to my squad. Well, no. Let's go here to the end that's at the top of the screen. Again, obviously the trade that changed 2 franchises. The one trade that both teams actually won, and that is Jared Goff returns back to LA to take on his former team, the LA Rams, led by MVP frontrunner Matthew Stafford. And obviously we know these two will now be forever connected. The trade that changed 2 franchises, brought the Lions from pretty much being the laughing stock of a franchise to actually being now a relevant franchise, and Matthew Stafford going to the Rams, finally putting them over and winning a Super Bowl in the McVay era. Now, to Goff's credit, he got the Lions did beat the Rams in the playoffs, so he has that on McVay and Stafford. But that first year, Stafford got to LA, took him to the show, to the big game.
You know what year that was?
2022.
You know what year that was? You Drake Hutchinson? 13 seconds.
And they ended up winning, and the Rams ended up winning the Super Bowl and then beating the Bengals. They beat the Bengals, and obviously we all know we ended up beating them on Battle Day.
I do have a question though.
What's up?
What happened to Damar Hamlin?
I don't know. There's something there. Was there something?
Thank Damar Hamlin.
Are you good?
I mean, we haven't seen him all year long.
I mean, it sounds like nothing new to me.
At least last year he was like present, like he was around. But go ahead. I just had to ask that question to somebody new.
Okay. Let me go to my squad, the Denver Broncos. We have a game against the Green Bay Packers at the crib Sunday. Obviously, December's been a good month. It's usually a successful month for the Packers under Matt LaFleur. And usually Jordan Love has some of his best games in December.
Toyota time.
It's Toyota time, I guess, man. Maybe he really loves some Toyotas.
Is that right?
No, I mean, no, he's black and white. I don't think. But I know he's perfect. But they're going. This is going to be a test for my Broncos defense. Can we get to Jordan Love, make things uncomfortable for him? Yeah, and then make his night really miserable so we can get this win. We win, we clinch a spot in the playoffs. Something that we had to take us all the way to the last game of the year to do, because the Chiefs pretty much benched their whole team and they were led by Carson Wentz. So now I think we can get this job done. Then Monday night, Nessa's Dolphins head to the Steel City to take on the Steelers. Ooh. And let's not be
a couple weeks ago, this was a bad game.
Yeah, let's pump the brakes now. The Dolphins actually have showed up. They're 6-7 right now. They actually have the same record as the Chiefs.
that Dolphins didn't?
Yes, it is. But they have the same record as Kansas City right now. And the question is, what will Kansas City record be after Sunday after they play the Chargers? But I do think these are interesting 5 games, and we'll definitely talk about them more on Tuesday. Obviously, because there's going to be a big week next week with the countdown to the college football playoff. By the way, I'm still waiting to get that confirmation from Nessa and JoJo. Yo, Nick, you good? Oh, someone can. Oh, someone wants us. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking out loud. My bad. Someone must want to still. Speaking of the playoffs, we have a couple scenarios that could. This dude's shirt is up. I need everyone to really understand how diabolical Mark's shirt is right now. He has a shirt of Magic Johnson that says "Stay positive, kids."
We need positive messages.
Exactly, Nick. Exactly what I was thinking. The moment I saw it, I was like, "This dude, man, something's really." This dude's shirt has Magic Johnson telling kids to stay positive. I can't with this dude, man. Explain this dude's shirt, please. Okay. Noted. But yeah, we got playoff clinching scenarios that can go down. They can go down this weekend. Yeah, I said the same thing, Bella.
That's hate.
Dog, you walk into the studio with a shirt that's. Hold on. You got a shirt on that's telling of Magic Johnson's face telling kids to stay positive, and it's hate on us.
That's hate.
Who's he hating? The kids? Who he hates? The kids? Telling them to stay positive?
Y'all hate me. It's a positive message, man. We gotta have positive vibes.
Oh, congratulations, Dalton. In Special Olympics, athletes got first, second place, third place in both ball. Is that Boca ball?
Positive message. Stay positive, kids. Stay positive.
Ladies and gentlemen,
thank you, Mom.
Somebody just joined us from parts unknown because he has to chime in on this topic.
Thank you, Mom.
Yeah. The one only Nick Freeze. Nick, what the heck is this dude shirt got? What the heck is this dude wearing on his shirt?
Yo.
Oh, so you're on your break right now, or grinding.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you good. You see this dude's shirt? Oh, we just lost Nick. That wasn't a positive connection.
And you should stay positive. Yeah. Yep. You gotta be positive.
Stay positive.
Yeah. Y'all about to be on some negative stuff. The positivity overwhelmed everything. Lucky I didn't make the shirt. That would be way more diabolical.
All right. Nick, you back?
Yes, sir. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, you see this dude's shirt?
It'd have been somebody else would have mentioned MJ saying stay positive kids.
No.
First and foremost, I'm gonna keep it real. That was funny as shit.
What is wrong with him?
I don't know. Hey man, y'all need to chill out, fam. That was crazy.
I need to chill
that shirt.
Look at this shirt.
Hey, I need that shirt, so I ain't gonna lie.
See, you ain't no. See, you just as ignorant as he is. You know what I'm saying?
But my shirt had his son. My shirt had his son on there.
All right, Nick. Bye. No. Nope. What's wrong with this dude? Bella said Nick will freeze on Sunday. So
y'all better beat us. Hey, look, I know one thing though. We might have a chance to win if we got Kenny Pickett instead of sorry ass Geno Smith.
That's right. For those who don't know, Knicks Raiders play Bella's Eagles, and Kenny Pickett will be starting because obviously Geno Smith is injured. Nick,
That clip you sent me, I did. So I'm gonna give you the floor right now. Give up your thoughts on when you saw the video you sent me about who should have been y'all coach compared to who is currently y'all coach. Go ahead.
Which one are you talking about? I forgot which one it was.
The Ben Johnson. The Ben Johnson clip.
Oh yeah. So basically, what happened was that based off of what I've seen, we basically didn't offer Ben Johnson enough to go up over there. It was like everything was there in place except for like a couple of little things that could have been ironed out. But the Bears basically came through and gave him the offer he wanted and made his job easy because they already had a franchise quarterback already. I think the main thing was that we didn't have a quarterback, which didn't help solidify what's going on. And I'm about to order that shirt.
Huh?
I'm about to order that shirt. No, but yeah, bro, like
you wrong.
Nah. I know what shirt you made. The one where they was all gyrating with Jack Nicholson.
No, Chick said you want to shirt with Magic Son on saying stay prideful.
Hey, he should get. I'm gonna get one that has both of them on there. That it says like father, like son.
What is wrong? All right, man. No, there's no way. This shirt is really real. For people that believe that Mark, this shirt was made up. Mark, this is a real shirt. Mark did not custom make this shirt. T Public is selling these shirts. Hey, no free publishing. Hey, if Mark would have made this shirt, we would have got canceled. And sure would. I'm just trying to figure out why the heck does this website has a whole merchandise line of this of that message. Hoodies, socks.
It's a good message, man. Chill out.
Hats, mugs.
Hey, man. No matter what, man, y'all gotta stay positive, man. So all the adversity, y'all gotta stay positive.
Yeah, y'all diabolical. All right, let's get to the final segment of the night, Nick. It's not a segment that's often imitated, never duplicated. Oh no, I'm about to text you right now. It's time for calling out names. Calling out names, and that's for
my name is crazy on here.
Surrounding this whole Matt Barnes situation. So I'm gonna call out Gil. Wait, no. So Matt Barnes allegedly, there's a rumor around that Matt Barnes allegedly got extorted for $60 million from a fake AI IG model. Matt Barnes already came out and said it wasn't clear, but I'm going to play y'all what Gil said recently about the situation. Because of course Gil's going to be Gil, and he's going to say something stupid. So here's what Gil said recently.
Matt Barnes got finessed out of 61,000 by your AI snow bunny? Now y'all playing. What? I don't believe it.
Be careful, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, you AI is crazy.
I'm the only person that can't get caught by AI like that.
But so you can still you can tell people who like didn't play like The Sims or video games. This just look like video games.
Because AI, you gotta show me something real.
Oh yeah, he disclosed he was recently.
You gotta do this, Lexi. You gotta do that, man.
You're like, send me a picture.
Or your titties.
Yeah.
Is that Lexi Brown? Yep.
You know we can hear you, right?
Oh, all right. So Matt Barnes saw what Gil said, and he responded to it. So I'm gonna play out what Matt Barnes said about the whole situation.
AI model, or I got played by an AI model. All these little bottom feeding blogs, pick it up. Shout out to the ones that are real and know the bullshit from the bullshit, or at least check. Some of you bottom of the barrel ass motherfuckers keep running the same garbage, but you guys believe that I got played by AI model and I'm suing them? Where the fuck did you guys get this from? For real. Like, seriously. But then again, you see someone like Gilbert, and I had a conversation with Gilbert. He addressed the bullshit, and it kind of was it from there. It caught fire, and I told him, bro, like after all we've been through, bro, like tap in with me and see if it's real. And he said he apologized. He didn't know it was that deep, but someone I'm close with addresses the lie, and it catches fire. Y'all can't believe everything you motherfucking hear. Like I said, I've been dealing with some real shit while y'all been lying. But anyway, you know what they say, man. When the hate don't work, they gotta start lying. Y'all motherfuckers don't have to believe them. Trust me, you don't. Stay blessed. 2026 we coming.
Gil's a clown. I'm gonna call it what it is. I'm gonna say it. Gil's a clown. It's like I said, you got Matt Barnes. You played with Matt Barnes, dog. You was teammates in Orlando or with Golden State. You know this dude. Y'all are Cali connected because obviously y'all both played in the Pac-12 during the same in the mid 90s, 2000s era. You know you could have called in to ask if that stuff was real. But I'm done. That was stupid. Y'all got anybody before we get about here?
Can I play devil's advocate on that?
Sure.
If we know Gilbert's a clown, and we know he makes jokes about everything, why is that taken serious?
Good point. Yeah, that's a good question.
I think the only thing Gilbert takes serious is Kwame Grant.
That's insane.
No,
Hey.
we seen him joke about the court shit that's happening. Why are we taking him? Why are we taking it serious? I kind of question Matt Barnes more about that, and Matt Barnes responded to what Gilbert said. We really get technical.
You know what? Hey, man. Hey, look, I hate to say this, but he's falling into that stereotype of niggas of his complexion with that statement. Because it wasn't that serious, bro. You know Gittle's a clown.
And you know him personally. You know he's a clown.
Yeah.
I don't think certain things should get taken serious when you know the person, you know what they do.
Dog. Like, look, that's what I be trying to tell people, bro. Like, here's the thing. Like me, I'm a prime example. I clown a lot. I'm a clown about everything. But, you know, there's certain... So I tell people, like, bro, don't be taking what I say too seriously when I be clowning, bro. I just be joking. You feel me? But
Not ours, fella. It's his words, not ours.
But there's always some truth behind jokes. Hey.
It's always funnier when it got a little bit of touch of truth in there.
That's all I got. I'm not, by the way, another thing about since Gil's a clown. Try and lose you a clown for wearing the Duke jersey. I'm gonna say that every week.
Oh yeah, he a piece of shit for that fucking.
Yeah, fuck you.
What happened, Nick?
Yeah, he a piece of shit for that, bro. Like you go to North Carolina with a Duke jersey is crazy.
Well, he's not welcome back on North Carolina campus, so
he shouldn't be welcome back in the state.
Hey, bro. There's certain people, bro. Like their whole purpose is to just be the complete opposite, go against the grain with everything. And he's definitely that guy.
I'm gonna wear everybody's jersey. Oh, niggas not him. Nick Young wanna wear everybody's jersey now. But y'all, shut up, man. Let me shut up. That's my call on this. I'm gonna bring that up.
I got no problem to wearing the jerseys. That's cool.
Nigga wearing. I mean, come on, man.
But you can't be wearing rival schools early. That's crazy.
Yeah, that was wrong with that. Oh, I'm wearing a Duke Kyrie jersey to prove a point. Shut up. Y'all got anybody before we get Ultra?
Go ahead, Nick.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I got Pete Carroll on calling my names.
Go ahead.
This is what, I keep it up with my team, obviously. I don't think Pete Carroll is going to be there after this year. And a lot of it is because of him being hard-headed. Well, I am too sometimes. Wait, what we talking about? But anyways, what the thing is that he's so intent on trying to rebuild what he did up over there in Seattle that you have to look at what you have, bro. Because based off of what I've been hearing, I so hate defending Chip Kelly. I hate defending Chip Kelly. But apparently, he kept on trying to implement the offense that was ran up over there in Seattle. And Chip Kelly is like, not like that. Regardless of how we feel about Chip Kelly, he was brought in there to run his own offense. If he didn't get a chance to run his own offense and run shit the way he was hired to be, that's a disservice to not only him but to the team. Because why'd you bring him up over there? And that's on Pete Carroll. But I think Pete has, unless he has to look at this season, bro. If we decide to keep him and be like, I fucked up, and I need to go ahead and just let my guys do their job. And I have one more. I have Notre Dame on calling my names and being a bunch of pushes, and that's it.
By the way, I don't know if y'all saw the press conference. The Big 12 commissioner took a shot at Notre Dame. They started. I would have told him to his face that he's wrong.
Yeah. Hey, y'all, I gotta get a fight. I gotta get back to my to where I gotta be at. I'll let y'all know.
All right. See you on Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
All right, Nick.
All right, peace.
All right. The great Nick Freeze, ladies and gentlemen. Mark, anybody you got before we get up out of here?
Nah, I don't.
Tig said throwing it while you're on the 1 yard line type stuff. So, all right, we're going to get up out of here.
On the back of the 1 yard line?
Are you good? And this is my message to the Broncos. All we got to do is win, and we clinch the playoff spot. Simple. We win, we clinch the playoff spot. Well, Noodle. You control your own fate. So go get it done. Go get it done. Mark, any words for the Bills?
Show up with some balls. And fire Brandon Bean.
All right. We're going to get up out of here. So let me get you know what's going on next week. What, Bella? You have a good night. Tuesday.
Taco Titty Tuesday.
Yeah, that. Yeah. Yeah, the triple T. Shout
out to the big areolas.
Nice brown areolas. We'll recap the weekend in week 15. Starting ahead of week 16.
And then when they got big nipples.
Oh, yeah. Real nice. NBA Cup Championship. Recap the Heisman. Start looking ahead to the college football playoff. And next Friday is going to be, and then that's going to be Tuesday. So next Friday, giving you a heads up.
And shout out to the girls with saggy titties, so they won't strain your neck while they riding.
Yeah, shout out to them ones that's right, nice and plump right there. Friday, special start time. I'm gonna be live at 5. Let me tell you what's going on next Friday. Alabama, Oklahoma will kick off the college football playoff. I'm deeming next Friday. So I'm get y'all reminders now. Freaky Friday football. Freaky football Friday fight night.
Is that like the girls who play football with like thongs and shoulder pads?
No, that's not really.
Oh.
So we're gonna have a live watch along, a regular show, but it's gonna be a watch along special.
Shout out to the random picture sender.
Yeah,
Well, that's me.
Or video centers. We're gonna start off with Alabama, Oklahoma. That kicks off the college football playoff.
Our Joy played with us from a distance.
Hey, yo. That'll kick off the college football playoff weekend. And then while that's going on, I will have live coverage of the Jake Paul Anthony Joshua fight next Friday night on Netflix, which also has my girl Alicia Bumgarner on the co-main, and then Anderson Silva takes on boxing Tyron Woodley.
Oh, whew. I thought you said he was about to take the top, not the bottom this time. I'm about to say, this is crazy.
Yeah, Gamma 11s do drop tomorrow too.
I'm about to say that's out of pocket.
That's wild.
But whatever floats your boat, Anderson Silva.
Yo, did you call him Silva? Anderson Silva, dude.
What his name is.
But yeah, that's what's going on next Friday.
Shout out to the Senate.
And by the way, I'm still trying to negotiate. We got a week trying to get Nessa and JoJo to do their watch along for
what day they playing?
Next Saturday. Next Saturday will be 9 a.m. here, but it's noon East Coast time.
9 o'clock in the morning,
which is not. It's 9 o'clock our time. It's noon. It's a noon Eastern kickoff.
I might just get off work.
Yeah, they're Texas A&M versus Miami in College Station. But I'm trying to negotiate that. Trying to get these two to have a. Yeah, they're talking trash. They're talking trash now.
Those two are crazy.
Yeah, they're talking trash now. I'm trying to get them to do a watch along for this to see if.
Wait, what I did? Why'd she say my name? What I did?
I don't know. So y'all tell me. Do y'all want to see a Nessa and JoJo watch along for? Yo, you good?
What? What?
A Nessa and JoJo watch along for Texas A&M Miami. First of all, I didn't even say their names, but okay, chick.
Yeah, Nessa and JoJo on the live would be a good showing.
Oh, I guarantee it'd be a good showing. But I'm trying to negotiate it.
Yeah, getting Nessa and JoJo on camera would be crazy.
Yo, Uncle Kev. Hey, Kev, that's crazy, right? Yeah, that was crazy, right, Kev? That's crazy. Hey, Kev, I'm trying to get Nessa and JoJo to do a watch along for A&M versus Miami next Saturday.
I'm trying to get them on camera.
Well, they're not shy. I'm just saying. If y'all want to see Nessa and JoJo doing a watch along, y'all let me know. I'm trying to negotiate this. I'm trying to negotiate this deal.
Y'all hit them up and say, do the watch along.
Yeah. Hop on the stream.
Say do it for the y'all hit them up and say do it for the culture.
Do it for the IG. Do it for the tube. YouTube, that is.
God, that's so many wrong. All right. Yep. Nope.
But we'll talk about that. And then next Sunday, not this Sunday, no Sunday night lights this week. Because we're not watching no dang Cowboys Vikings. But next Sunday, game's already been flexed. Ravens Patriots has officially been flexed into next Sunday night.
Ravens getting flexed with who?
Yo, you good? The Ravens Patriots game has been moved to Sunday night. Sorry, Nessa. They took your Dolphins Bengals game out of Sunday night football for Ravens Patriots, a much more decent game. But that we'll get there when we get there. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all weekend. If y'all got some more holiday shopping, be safe out there. Go see some Christmas lights. Go enjoy your weekend. Watch John Cena's final match tomorrow on Saturday night's main event. Make sure you have some tissue next to you. And we gonna get up out of here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for Sports4U on YouTube again. You can scan this QR code right here, and you can subscribe to the channel. Also, you can scan this one. That'll be for Culture Crimes Network. So, yeah. Trust me. I'm working my magic. But yeah. Okay. We'll see. We got 7 days to negotiate this. So we're gonna get up out of here. We're gonna get up out of here tomorrow. We're gonna get out of here. We'll see y'all on Tuesday. This has been a Friday night episode of Sports4U. To see them watch ball. Tig.
To watch them play with balls?
Or watch balls we play. Let me shut up.
Oh.
I'm John. That's Mark.
Hey, stay positive, kids.
Bye, everybody.